Hello friends, welcome back to my channel. So I thought I would jump on this VR, my most beautiful tarot decks, a VR to Simon from the Hermit's Cave. So these are in no particular order, and let's go ahead and jump right in. So my most beautiful decks. Doesn't mean they're my favorite decks, but they're my most beautiful. So I'm starting out with the Bone Stone, which is one of my favorite decks. This is kind of like a trophy deck. But the Bone Stone. It is this one is no longer in print, but the good news is, if you don't know, it is coming mass market at the end of 2025 and beginning of 2026. That's what's said. I mean, it is in the making and it is coming, but it depends on where you are as to when it will be released. So the Bone Stone. And by the way, I have 15 decks. I think that's the number of decks that people are doing for this. This is one of my favorite cards in this deck, the Eight of Wands. But I think 15 is the amount of decks that people are using for this tag. I could be wrong, but I'm going with it. 15 of them. So the beautiful, beautiful Bone Stone, and I love the back. So the new, the mass market that's coming out, the backs will not be like this. I don't know what they look like, but Avalon has mentioned that the backs have changed, and several cards have changed. So just so you're aware. But it is nonetheless beautiful. It's a deck that I use just personally. I don't use this for client readings. I mean, I could, but it's just, this is like my prized possession, okay? And I need one other deck, and two other decks, and my collection would be full, even though I'd still go ahead and buy more decks. But next one, again, no particular order. This one is the Elemental Wisdom Tarot. This is available. These are just author cards. I have both versions of this one. The very matte version, which is this one, and the glossy. So I'm probably going to move one of them on, but I really like this matte version a lot. But as you can see, absolutely gorgeous. And I want to get to some of the swords, because the sword suit in this deck is so pretty. How can we do this a little bit better here? But look at this. Look at this Empress. The cups are okay, but they're full of mermaids, and that, if you know me, you know, I can't stand mermaids. I can't. I can't. But the swords in this deck, and you know, a lot of the cards, I mean, it's a gorgeous deck. Look at this. It's beautiful. I wish they hadn't used mermaids, but it's okay. Two of Swords. 7. Like this. It's just weird to me. But nonetheless, it is one of my most beautiful decks, and that gilding. It comes like this, by the way. I don't ever gild my decks. I did it one time, and I would never do it again. I cut, trimmed, and gilded a deck. And nope, I won't do it again. I had to replace the deck, long story short. All right, so that is, look at her, that Queen of Swords. That is the Elemental Wisdom Tarot. Beautiful, beautiful deck. Next, let's grab, I keep it in this bag. I got this bag from one of the Witchy subscription boxes. I want to say Witch Casket, but anyway, the deck, Oak, Ash, and Thorn, the original one. I love this deck so much. You get the two little meaning cards, but this deck just takes me away. I was never one to read with animal decks, and I just had to have this one. So I purchased it, and I don't regret it a bit. It's so pretty. It's like huggable. I don't know what the word would be. It's so cozy, but it's a straight shooter. It tells you what you need to know. Ask, you shall receive. And I love the cups in this suit because they are squirrels. The pentacles are the hares. The sun card. The wands are the foxes. I'm still on the fence about getting the heartwood because I'm afraid that if I get the heartwood, then I would push this one aside. This is another one I use for personal readings. The swords are the crows or the ravens. Oh, it's so beautiful. This is that deck you can take out if you're having a rough day, but you need some straight on answers, and you want to move out of your comfort zone from people and things. These beautiful animals, creatures are going to, I mean, look, they're going to let you know what you need to know. Absolutely beautiful. And here's the back. This is still available as well. I absolutely adore this deck. I could just sit and look through the images. I just did the other night when I was having a not so great day. I took this deck, I went to my tarot deck shelves, and I pulled this one off and just to look through it because the images are so gorgeous. Next up is the Sawyer Redux edition. I believe this one is coming back out from what has been said. I haven't seen it actually out yet. Correct me if I'm wrong. There's the backs. But I love this one. It is so beautiful. It's a beautiful take on the RWS, right? Look at this. I mean, this is by Jamie Sawyer, so need I say any more. But beautiful, beautiful deck. You know what? I think I'm going to zoom down in. There we go. Instead of holding the decks. They've got the mandalas and stuff in the back and other symbols. No guidebook with this deck. It's got diversity. I just let go of my Sawyer's Path Tarot not too long ago, or that probably would have been in this video as well. But yep, I've been trying to downgrade or clear the clutter and just, you know, try to move on decks that I'm never going to use. And that was my second copy of the Sawyer's Path. So it definitely had its run, it had its turn. and I just felt like it needed to be loved and needed to be used, so I rehomed that one. Ooh. So this one, I don't know if it's out again yet. I do know that it was said that she was doing another run on this deck, so I would highly recommend this. Highly, highly. I mean, it's beautiful. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Sawyer's Redux. Very nice deck. And it's a very high quality, nice sturdy deck because I have used the bejeezers out of this deck. I have used this deck a lot. And there's a couple little nicks here and there, but it's still almost brand new condition. I love that. Love that deck. It's beautiful. Next one. Tarn Ellis, Earthwoman Tarot. Now this one, when I first got it, I was a lot upset about the cardstock. I didn't love the cardstock, but the images were just so beautiful, and I had a really strong connection to it, so I learned to love it. And it's just beautiful. This deck is still available out there. It's mass market. There's no facial expressions, which I love. I mean, her work is phenomenal. It's beautiful. Beautiful deck. And I think this one's been pretty popular in the tarot community. There's the backs. Definitely a deck I would recommend. I mean, it shuffles lovely. It's beautiful. It's just the cardstock's it's not gonna last you forever. So if this was like your go-to deck and you really use it a lot. I mean, I've used it quite a bit, but not like I've used some other decks. So I would probably say it's definitely gonna chip up. I've got lots of little chips on the sides. So that was my only thing about it, but it's not as bad. It's not as bad as that new cardstock that's come out from Llewellyn, which they really need to do something about because I have turned away. I had on my wish list a couple of their decks, but I will not be getting them because I've seen reviews and they are that horrible cardstock, unfortunately. Just like the Witchy Tarot. I have it. I opened it. I did an unboxing of it here on the channel, and I've never looked at it again. I'll never use that deck. Not from what I see. All right, next one. Oh, I just had to. The Dark Mansion Tarot. I, at one time, had 3 copies of this. I don't think I have the author card. Yeah, it's 1 author card in there. 2 of them. Okay. I thought I stashed those away. I've had 3 copies of this and ended up sticking with the matte version because it's just so beautiful. I love this little quirky deck so much. So much. And this deck is available. So if you're going searching around for this deck, because I see people do it all the time, people will be selling this for hundreds of dollars. It's available from the creator on their website. Gosh, and that's Taroteca Studios. It takes a little while, depending on where you're at, for it to be delivered. Probably about, well, I'm in the US, it takes about 2 weeks for one of their decks to reach me, but the deck is still available, so don't think for a minute that it's out of print. you can still get this deck, and it is so gorgeous. Oh my gosh. They have a glossy version. I don't have that anymore to show. I moved that one on. And then they have this matte version. And they're both very beautiful, but the glossy is obviously very glossy. This one's very matte and rose petal finish. And I just think that the beauty just shows so much more in this rose petal. It takes a little while to get it to do a good shuffle without them clumping together, because it's so because of the rose petal finish. But once you get that once you get past that, you're good. Do I have 2 cards here? What? Yes, I do. Yeah, see, that's the problem with beautiful matte decks. They stick together. But when you shuffle this one, it's not so bad anymore. At first they would clump, but I've shuffled the shit out of it, and it doesn't anymore. And you can't tell that I have, there's a lot of times, this is another deck, even if I'm not doing a reading, and I do personal readings with this one, just myself. You can't tell that I have spent lots of time shuffling this deck. I had to, because otherwise the cards all clumped. And they still do a little, but nothing like before. And I can get jumpers out of it. And I'm not going to try it and attempt it around that candle right there, because this is one of my treasure decks. I think I'm gonna do a video on my most treasured decks, trophy decks. Yeah, sounds good. Anyways, the Dark Mansion Tarot, very loved and very known by many. Next, absolutely had to include the Hush Tarot by Jeremy Hush. I think this deck is beautiful. It's not everybody's cup of tea. It definitely is mine. I love this deck. I love it. Is it difficult? Yes, it can be. Once you get to know it, you can become really great friends. And we are very good friends. But it's on my most beautiful deck list because I find it very beautiful. The flowers, the colors, the animals. I mean, look at that. Even though that's the 3 of Pentacles, it very much looks like it should be the 3 of Cups. And that's one of the things about this deck. A lot of people have made it their own. They have changed some of the cards. I've thought about it, but then I said, why make things more confusing? For myself, anyway, just my opinion. It was meant to be how it is for a reason. That's what I feel. But I love it. I love the color palettes. I love the tones. I love the imagery. Another deck that's still available. It's out there. Your little Siamese cat. Yes, some of the images are a little weird, but weird is good, in my humble opinion. Weird ain't a bad thing. So that is the Hush Tarot by Jeremy Hush. And the backs, I love the backs of these. It's got a nice little guidebook too. So, I mean, if you're to get this deck or on the fence about it, it has, I mean, it's very short and simple, but it will help you to understand what the cards are about. Next, Forest of Enchantment. I'm sure everybody under the sun has put this one on their most beautiful decks because there's no doubt it's one of the most beautiful tarot decks out there. My only thing with this deck is they renamed the cards, and I don't like that. Do I use it for personal readings every now and again? Yes. But I wish they wouldn't rename suits and stuff. I really wish people wouldn't do that, publishers or whatever. But very gorgeous. I mean, everybody has seen this deck, so I'm just going to show a few so the video doesn't take forever because I still got a bunch more to show. I love this Wheel of Fortune, which has been renamed the Enchanter's Wheel. So, very gorgeous. And the new Oracle deck to match is, oh my gosh. The two of these go together like, oh, what's Forrest Gump say? We go together like peas and carrots or something like that. But yeah, they complement each other very well. So another very loved, very known deck. Absolutely gorgeous. Forest of Enchantment. Okay, and next I have the Seed Tarocle. This is a tarot deck and an oracle deck all in one. And I fell absolutely head over heels in love with this deck a few months ago. I spotted this. I found this deck, and I don't know if they have any more left. Once they were gone, they were gone. But they do have another version coming out, and it's the Wizard of Oz. Here's the beautiful backs, the gilded sides, and oh, and we start right off at the Fool, the Seed. And then up here is your little oracle message. There's no people in this deck. So a whole new adventure awaits you. So you can use it as either a tarot or an oracle or as both. 5 of Wands. Where can you support instead of react? And I did get an extra copy of this one. So I've got 2 copies of this one because I just knew I just had to. I do that with some decks. And this was one of those, but I absolutely love this. When I first got it, I couldn't take my hands off it. This is one of my favorite cards. It's just so pretty, so simple. As you can see, that little seed right there, it's on every card except the world card, because the world card is completion, but you will see it on every single card. And it's definitely one of my favorite decks. It has been since I got it. I think I will probably pick up the Wizard of Oz version as well. It's pretty much the same idea, except you're getting the Wizard of Oz characters, and that was definitely one of my favorite childhood movies. So even though I don't like, well, it's not that I don't care to read like Winnie the Pooh and stuff like that. Tarot is very serious to me, but then again, I do have a, you know, the child in me and the kid side in me lately, where I'm a little more open. And in this deck, you get 4 extra cards or something like that, and they're seeds. So you'll get the seed of each suit too, like the seed of Wands, the seed of Swords, the seed of Pentacles, and so on and so forth. And you can choose to either keep them in or take them out. Like here we have the seed of Cups, and every one of them is almost like a Fool. You're getting the new beginning in the cups. It's hard to explain, but that's how I see it. So that is the Tarocle, the Seed Tarocle, and I absolutely love it. This is by Claire Ruby and Emma Smart, And like I said, I don't know. I haven't looked on the website in quite a while if they have any more left. But if they do, and you like this deck, I would highly recommend it. Love it. Next, we have the Lovely Ladies Tarot. I contemplated and contemplated and contemplated on this one for so long. I first seen it over on Rochelle of Amethyst Ascension's channel, and I finally got it. I just had to get it. It is beautiful, and this is another, probably I would have to say, a trophy deck. Look at the gold foiling. It is glossy though, but it is so pretty and colorful. It normally wouldn't be my vibe, but there was something about it, and I kept going back and watching Rochelle's video of this, and I was like, yeah, I gotta have it. So I just picked it up not too long ago, and I love it. I love it. It's, for me, I purchased this as a self-care reading deck. So when I need that little bit of self-care, I would reach to this one. Although lately I haven't reached for many of my decks. It's mostly been the Bone Stone and my Art Nouveau deck that I use for myself. But yeah, the Lovely Ladies Tarot. This is an indie deck. Can be found on Etsy. I believe it's still in print. I don't know for sure. I haven't looked in a while because I don't intend on getting another copy. I'm perfectly fine with this one, but very nice little deck. Nice little guidebook. Next, this is a more recent purchase, the Universal Folk Tarot by Anita in Verity, and I probably butchered that. I have yet to dig into this book, and I really want to. I might on one of our next or upcoming hospital visits, but the words are so small, so I do need new readers, so maybe. The presentation, everything is beautiful about this deck. The gilding comes like this. At first it was rubbing off. I don't know if it still will, but look at these backs. They are a linen, very good quality. And here they are. Let me do this like this. There we go. They've got a whole lot going on in them. I have yet to do a reading with these. I just recently put the full walkthrough of this one here on my channel, but I do intend to do some readings with this. And I'm still thinking about getting the Oracle deck that goes with it. I just feel guilty right now buying myself anything. I feel a little guilty being happy, but I know that I have to do that under the circumstances. If you know, you know. But I'm starting to snap out of that mindset and be, you know, myself, where I always stay positive no matter what. But this time it shook me really hard, you know, because it was my daughter, my baby, my child. So, but I realize I can't stay in that horrible thought mindset and sad and gloomy. Can't do that. And there goes my phone. So that is, and of course this is a mass market. It hasn't been out for too long. It's so nice. It shuffles beautifully. I love the backs. They're gorgeous. The Universal Folk Tarot. I don't know if I'm going to have enough time to do all my decks. Next up, so if I lose volume, it was because it does that to me sometimes. When Women Had Wings. I love this deck. This book is huge, but not a whole lot of information in it, actually. So here is When Women Had Wings. Here's the backs. They're this beautiful purple, and they got this gilding. There are a few cards I don't really love, but for the most part, this deck has a beautiful energy about it. It reads really well. I really, really like this deck. And it's beautiful. And this was a newer release, 2025, I believe. It does have real people on the cards. This is one of the cards that's like, I think you could have done a little better. I don't know. It just looks very, I don't know, very generic. And this guy here, when you get him so many times, oh, I'm like, go away. But other than that, it's got a, like I said, it's got a very good energy. It reads very well. I love this High Priestess. The Chariot. Four of Cups. When Women Had Wings. Still available as far as I know. Like I said, this was a new release. I think this was my first purchase of the year, 2025, if I remember correctly. If I remember correctly, I could be wrong, but it is in one of my reviews. All right, we've got two more to go. So the next one is the Llewellyn Tarot. Another one that is very loved by many, including me. I love this deck. It is absolutely beautiful. I do have one that I cut everything out of, but after I did that, I wouldn't use it. I felt nothing for it, so I replaced it and got. A lot of people don't like the borders. I personally do, so I don't know why. Well, I do know why, because they did look very beautiful. I think I cut down to here and then just left that. I don't know. I still have it somewhere, but once I did that, nope, I had no attachment to it, so I had to repurchase. So very beautiful, beautiful, beautiful deck. Love, love, love it. Gorgeous. The backs, everything are just so pretty. Here's another really pretty card, the Ace of Wands. But, yep, one of my all-time favorites. I think this is a favorite of many. You don't see it out there in readings, like YouTube readings and stuff a lot, though. I myself haven't used it in quite some time, but here I am looking through it like, oh my gosh, I gotta get a reading in with this. Beautiful deck for client readings, too. I mean, look. So that is the Llewellyn Tarot, and this is the one that, well, the only version they have, and it comes in the big magnetic closure box, which I love. And my last one is, this is out of print, I'm sorry. This is the limited gold edition Smith-Waite Deluxe Tarot. So I wanted to get a Rider-Waite deck in this video, and here it is. Comes with a very little simple book. I don't know why I have that in there. maybe for my bookmark. Okay, anyways, let's get to the cards. So here are the backs, and I think it's a very Christmassy, but yet again, it can be used all year round. It is glossy, and it has these beautiful gold edges. You can still get it, but it's not cheap. There's just something about this deck I love, love, love. Again, another one of my trophy decks because I'm afraid to use it too much, and I gotta stop doing that. I'm about to be 50 years old, and I'm telling myself, use your damn decks. Use the decks. What are you gonna do? Let them sit there and rot away? But yeah, it's Rider-Waite, so everyone has seen it. But